Welcome back students to Standard 7 Biology class. In yesterday's class, you have learned the first two groups of invertebrates. Name them Porifera and Cnidaria. You have mainly learned the characters and examples of these groups. Next, let's discuss the next group of invertebrates, that is Platyhelminthes. They are the group of flatworms. So, this group mainly comprises of worms. You know what are worms, no? These worms have soft, flattened and leaf-like or ribbon-like bodies. Since they have a flat ribbon-like body, they are also called flatworms. This is a type of flatworm called tapeworm. Other examples are liver fluke and planaria. Do you know where do these flatworms live? They mostly live inside the body of animals and human beings. The organisms that live inside other living organisms are called parasites. So, flatworms are parasites. Some of the flatworms live freely in freshwater bodies and in the sea. Flatworms have special organs called hooks and suckers on their head around the mouth. These hooks and suckers help to attach themselves on the body of the host. Host is the organism in which the flatworms live. So, with the help of hooks and suckers, they attach themselves inside the body of the host. For the intake of food and to expel the waste, they have only one opening in the body. These are some important characters of Platyhelminthes or flatworms. What are the examples of flatworms? Tapeworm, liver fluke and planaria. Most of the organisms are parasites that live inside the body of other animals. The next group of invertebrates are Nematoda. This group also consists of worms, which is called as roundworms. These worms have a long, thin, cylindrical and unsegmented body. It is pointed at both ends like you can see in the picture. Since they have a cylindrical body, they are also called as roundworms. They also live as parasites inside other living organisms. They live inside the digestive tract of human beings and other animals. Some roundworms also live in the soil or water. They have a mouth at one end of the body and an anus at the other end. They take in the food through the mouth and expel the waste through the anus. Examples of nematoda or roundworms are ascaris and hookworms. These worms live inside the intestine of human beings and causes diseases. The next group of invertebrates is Annelida or segmented worms. You all have seen earthworms, no? Earthworm is an example of segmented worm. How does it look like? They have a long cylindrical body and is divided into small ring-like segments. These ring-like segments are called annuli. Since their body has many segments, they are also called segmented worms. They live mostly in soil or water. These worms have a mouth at one end of the body and anus at the other end. On the underside of their body, they have small hair-like or bristle-like structures which is called as chaetae. This help in the movement or locomotion of the worms. So how do segmented worms move? They move with the help of hair-like structures which is present on the underside of their bodies. These hair-like structures are called chaetae. Another example of Annelida are leeches. So, leeches and earthworms are two examples of Annelida or segmented worms. So you have learned the characters and examples of three groups of invertebrates today, that is Platyhelminthes or flatworms, Nematoda or roundworms, and Annelida or segmented worms. Platyhelminthes or flatworms mostly live as parasites inside the body of animals and human beings. They have a flat or ribbon-like bodies, that is why they are called as flatworms. Examples of flatworms are tapeworm, liver fluke, and planaria. Flatworms have structures called as hooks and suckers on their head around the mouth, which help them to attach onto the host organism. Nematoda or roundworms have a long, thin and cylindrical, unsegmented body. They also live mostly as parasites inside the other organisms. Examples of nematoda or roundworms are ascaris and hookworms. Annelida or segmented worms have a long cylindrical body that is divided into ring-like segments called annuli. Since their body has many small segments, they are also called as segmented worms. They are mostly free-living worms that live in the soil or water. They have a mouth at the tip of the body and anus at the other end. They have hair-like or bristle-like structures called chaetae, which help in the movement. Examples of annelida or segmented worms are leeches and earthworms. The remaining part of the chapter will be taken in the next class. So we'll wind up today's class. Thank you.